known as Stephen Wang. Police say they uncovered evidence linking him to multiple drug-facilitated sexual assaults dating back to 2021. Wang, a doctoral student at USC, allegedly drugged and raped at least 3 women after placing substances in their food or drinks.
I would say disappointed as a Chinese. I think that's pretty sad story.
The investigation began earlier this year when German authorities alerted the LAPD to a possible suspect involved in similar crimes. Working with the FBI and German federal police, detectives say they were able to obtain search warrants to Wang's LA residence, where they found evidence tying him to the alleged assaults. How Wang fell onto the radar of German police, the LAPD would not specify.
It's a immoral use of their power, and obviously we don't want to see our school affiliated with these kinds of people.
Wang is now facing 8 felony counts, including forcible rape, sodomy by controlled substance or anesthesia, and sexual penetration by controlled substance. He pleaded not guilty at his September 2nd arraignment and is being held without bail. If convicted, prosecutors say Wang could face 25 years to life, plus 56 additional years in state prison, and would be required to register as a lifetime sex offender.
I can say that our detectives and our investigation has led us to believe that over the course and span of this individual's activities, there are going to be more victims that are going to be located here in the Los Angeles region.
Now we're told that Wang has a preliminary hearing set for January 14 of next year. If you have any information regarding this person or this case, you're asked to contact the LAPD, or you can contact Crime Stoppers and do it anonymously. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting. We'll send it back to you.
A federal grand jury has indicted 29-year-old Jonathan Rinderneck, accused of intentionally starting the Palisades fire in January. The indictment includes 3 charges: destruction of property by fire, arson affecting the interstate commerce, and setting timber on fire. If convicted, he faces a prison sentence of 5 to 45 years. The 29-year-old former Uber driver, who was arrested on October 7th, previously lived in Pacific Palisades and now resides in Florida. Prosecutors say the fire began as the Lockman fire set intentionally by Rinderneck on January 1st. The blaze smoldered underground before flaring up 6 days later amid strong winds, becoming one of the most destructive fires in LA history.
Several attempted murder charges have been filed against a teenager accused of stabbing multiple people on Monday at a school in Torrance. It happened at 8:30 in the morning at Switzer Learning Center, a private school for special needs students. 2 victims were taken to Harbor General Hospital with non-life-threatening wounds. A third treated at the scene. Police say the suspect tried to stab a 4th staffer and left 2 incendiary devices behind, later rendered safe by a bomb squad. SWAT later surrounded a Redondo Beach apartment linked to the teen.
New details in the investigation of the singer David and his possible link to a body found in the trunk of his Tesla. TMZ reporting the LAPD has confiscated surveillance videos from the singer's rental home that could reveal whether Celeste Rivas Hernandez was there before being found dead in the trunk of his car. The LAPD reportedly seized the video while executing a search warrant last month. Meantime, TMZ says the landlord has hired a private investigator to find out what may have happened at his property while David lived there. No arrests have been made in the case thus far, and David is not named as a suspect.
More than 30,000 Kaiser Permanente healthcare workers are striking for a second day today, and that strike could soon expand to include pharmacy employees. The United Nurses Associations of California says Kaiser employees have suffered years of understaffing and wage freezes during record inflation. Kaiser says there is a generous offer on the table and a strike is unnecessary. The healthcare workers are expected to strike until Sunday.
The opening of 2 Santa Monica housing facilities for mentally ill people has been paused. The facilities are set to take over 2 former senior living centers on Ocean Avenue. LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath says there has been inadequate community input on the proposal and put the plan on hold. The pause also comes after concerns raised by neighbors.
The Wilmington community is banding together to help a man they say was detained by immigration agents while working at a local cafe. Video shows 52-year-old Eloy Marin taking out trash Tuesday morning at Ojas Tea House when he runs into federal agents who are waiting for him in a black SUV. He was taken into custody and away from the scene. His daughter says her father does not have a criminal record, moved here from Mexico more than 30 years ago. She says he has spent his entire life working, sometimes more than one job to support his family.
It was super heartbreaking to see those videos, you know? I could just see, like, the defeat in his face. Like, he also feared this day, you know? Like, every night we watched the news and just more people being taken, and he just prayed to God. He's like, it's not me.
Marin's daughter would not comment on his legal status. This comes as federal agents step up immigration enforcement in the area, targeting coffee shops, car washes, Home Depots, grocery stores, and other businesses.
In Orange County, frustrated residents in La Habra spent the day cleaning up a muddy mess after a drain became clogged with debris during yesterday's powerful storm. Residents say this isn't the first time debris from a homeless encampment near the railroad tracks has clogged a large draining pipe behind their home. One resident says she filed claims after a 2023 storm left her yard damaged, but both the city and Union Pacific denied that they were responsible for the damage.
So want somebody to fix it so we don't have this problem again. I can't be repairing my pool every time it rains.
Union Pacific responded in part, quote, "Crews last cleaned up the area in late August. Despite our efforts to keep the property clear, unlawful encampments often return. We urge everyone to stay off railroad property."
The heavy rain also caused a mudslide in Topanga, forcing another closure of Topanga Canyon Boulevard. A 3.5-mile stretch of the road now closed indefinitely between PCH and Grandview Drive, though we know crews are actively working to clear the road.
Oh, I know that they're working overtime on that one because it was a nightmare last time that happened. All right, over to you, Vera. Check with the weather, and we've got some dry skies.
We do indeed. After last night's final, swath of moisture, it was like 10 o'clock, 9:30-ish when it started to roll on from the northwest. And so, again, we are going to be looking at those numbers increasing. And we talked about them earlier. But now what we're seeing is mostly clear skies. It is gorgeous out there. We are going to see a very nice weather pattern as we head into the weekend. Gradual warming as we head towards Saturday, Sunday. This afternoon, though, we were still well below average at 70 degrees. Remember that once the front passes, what is behind the actual front will be a bunch of cold air. And so as that filters through, it brings that temperature